couple weeks ago, we had our Super Saturday. And I shared something, and I'm going to share that again. Probably I should share this with you every week because we have to hear it again and again and again. But I'm going to share something with you, and I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share so that I can bring something up online here. So let's check it out here. Okay. I'm going to share what we have here. I'm going to call the missing ingredient in your business. And that ingredient is something that every elite knows. I call the secret sauce. It's the missing thing. Here's the key. It's not going to be complicated, but it's going to be powerful. But it's not powerful if you know about it, but it's very powerful if you do it. Okay? That's like a lot of things in life. You may know how to be an excellent cook, but if you don't cook, nobody benefits. Okay? So, I'm going to share the missing ingredient. Now, and that is this. You know, most people in this business, they're not consistent. Okay? They go to a meeting, they go to a training, and they get so excited. They're reminded of how powerful it is what we have. They hear testimonies. They hear about dogs that had cancer and were given a few weeks to live 3 years ago, and the dogs are still around. They hear, just like someone was sharing earlier about, you know, some person that was autistic that had never spoken, now beginning to speak. And so you hear things like that and you think, yes, I got to go share that. And so you go home, you get on the phone, you talk to 2 or 3 people. And then the next day, I should talk. So a couple of days later, you talk to somebody else. And then you kind of coast for a while. And you're not consistent. Now, in this business, consistency is going to be one of the most important things that you ever have. The good news is this. If you're not consistent, consistency can be developed using, and write this down, action accountability. Action accountability. Well, what is action accountability? Well, our action is daily consistent action. Things that we should do. We know we should do it. You don't even need another training. You know you should do it. You've been to enough trainings, and you know what you should do every day. That's daily consistent action. You know what it is. But the action is what you should do daily. The accountability is to have someone make you do the work that you really want to do every day. Action accountability, having someone you are accountable to. And you can say, hey, would you check on me? Would you check on me every day to make sure that I do this and this and this? And you define yourself what you know that you should do. That's not someone coming with you with a law. You're saying, this is what I want to do. Would you give me daily action accountability? So, to make money in network marketing, I don't care what company you're in, action accountability will help you make money, okay, in your business. Why do you have a business? Well, a business can only survive if it makes money, if it makes a profit. But without action, you won't make any money. And without accountability, you're not going to be consistent. So do you agree that to make money in network marketing, you need action, accountability? I think it's pretty much a no-brainer, because let me give you 3 secrets to network marketing success, okay? The first secret is we just shared, and that is action accountability is going to give you success. Action accountability. The second secret is this. Discipline and consistency is not something you're born with. It's developed, and anyone can get it. So you don't have to throw your hands up and say, oh, that's just not me. I'm just not disciplined. I'm not consistent. Let me tell you. If let's say you can do 2 push-ups. You say, well, I can't do 5 push-ups. I can't do 10 push-ups. I've never been able to do 10 push-ups. Well, I can get you to do 10 push-ups. Why? Every day, every morning, you do 2. At noon, you do 2 more. At supper time or in the evening, you do 2 more. I'm going to have you do that every day for a week. Next day, I'm going to say, why don't you do 3? You can do 3, 3, and 3. In a short time, you'll be doing 10 push-ups. Why? Because you can develop discipline and consistency. Okay? Anyone can get it, and it's kind of like a muscle. The third secret is this, is that myself, your upline, Skip Campbell, who is at the top of many of our lines, any leader, any of your top leaders, I want you to know they'd be very, very happy if you found someone that made you take action and held you accountable. They would be delighted. So the first secret, action accountability, brings you success. And a false belief is this. You know what? I really don't need action accountability. I need the latest online tricks, and I need to know just exactly what to say. Okay, hey, can you give me the right script? Hey, if someone says this, what should I say? Folks, it's not the right script. It's you taking action. The problem is you are paralyzed, and we often are. We're paralyzed with fear of saying the wrong thing. Well, guess what? Action accountability will get you to overcome your fear and begin to introduce what you have for someone else. So that's a false belief. And I want you to know everyone, including myself, needs action accountability. So that's absolutely critical. And so that's why I built it into my business. The second secret, we mentioned consistency and discipline is not something you're born with. It's developed. Anyone can get it. Anyone. So if you're here and you're saying, well, I've never been consistent, guess what? When you were born, you couldn't do push-ups either. Maybe you can do 1. Maybe you can do 5. Maybe you can do 10. You can increase that. If you have someone that says, Gary, you do any push-ups this morning? No, go do 5 push-ups. At lunchtime, hey, Gary, time for your push-ups before you eat lunch. Gary does it. At supper time, hey, Gary, before you eat supper, Betty says, Gary, do your 5 push-ups. So he does his 5 push-ups. And maybe 5's what he can do. Next week, Betty says, Gary, we're going to up that to 6. I want you to know that within a short period of time, Gary is going to be able to increase the number of push-ups that he does. Why? Just a simple accountability. Now, is it going to take much time for Gary to do that? No, it won't take much time. But just a reminder, Gary, do that before you do this. And so that's what we need is that. So you can develop it. It's like consistency is like a muscle. It's just like exercising. It's just like learning any new skill. The more you do it, the better you get it at. So some people say, well, you know, that's just the way I am. It's hard for me to change who I am. No, that's not wrong. Consistency and discipline can be developed. But I want you to know that you can be consistent, and that's the key to your business. And that's why people fail. That's why people get stalled out, is because they don't build in consistency. They say, well, I've been consistent for 6 weeks, and nothing happened. My mentor in this business, when he first joined network marketing, his upline told him this. His mentor told him this. You're going to find one person out of 50. He says, great. So when the first 10 told him he was crazy, I said, no problem. The first 20 told him he was crazy. No problem. He didn't make a dime for months. In the end, he became a top leader in the company for years. Why? Because he knew that out of 50, he's going to find one that's going to be good. And so he developed a consistency and a discipline because of his mentor. So here's some things from people that have begun to put this into practice. He says, consistency is making it easier to do my daily method of operation, but I want to do it faster. Okay, how about this? I've learned that focusing on my daily method, my DMO, daily method of operation, truly does build your business. My enrollment has increased 200% since being disciplined. Okay, this actually does work. And so the false belief is this: I just need a better training. I need another training. I need to watch another webinar. I need to watch something else. You know, watching webinars is good, but watching webinars doesn't make you any money. That's not income producing behavior. Okay, it's not an income producing activity. You need someone to keep you accountable, not just for the books you read, and the books you read and the videos you watch are good, but to do income producing activity, making new friends, inviting people to take a look at what you have, and following up with people and introducing them to your team. Those are the things, those are income producing with that. And then, of course, supporting your team and helping them do what you're doing. But some people say, I just need to do more self-development. Folks, I've been a pastor for over 30 years, and this is what I know. There's a lot of people that would come to church, and they would sit there, and their minds would get fuller, or they get more and more and more and more in their brain about the Bible, but unless they put it into practice, they didn't really grow. That's the same with your business, okay? Self-development can actually hurt your business if you don't take action. Why? Because you've got so much knowledge, you think that you're an expert, but you're not an expert unless you do it, because that's how you learn. So the learning comes when you take action. How do you know what to say? Because I just said the wrong thing. And so I learned from that. I regroup and I learned from that. So let me ask you a question. What would make you learn more and cook better? If you wanted to be a better cook, read another book on cooking. Let's say you've already read a lot on cooking and stuff. You would need to read another book. You need to listen to a podcast on cooking, watch another cooking show. Or how about going to the kitchen and start cooking, and you sit down and eat it? You know what? I think a little bit more salt, or a little less salt, or a little oregano, or a little this would have really enhanced that. Just start cooking. If you've done personal development on biking already, what would make you become a better, let's say, mountain biker? Get another book on mountains or biking, or listen to a podcast, watch another biking show, or get on a bike, take it to the mountain, and start getting on trails. How are you going to learn? How are you going to actually be successful in that? Well, obviously, D. If you've done personal development already, what would make you make more money? Read another book on network marketing, watch another Facebook Live training, watch another YouTube Zoom, or take action, start prospecting, and have someone hold you accountable. I think you know the answer. It's pretty obvious. You just need someone to get you to take action. You don't really need more training. That's the secret the elite distributors know, is that consistency is the key. And action accountability can move you from inconsistency to consistency. You're not going to be an elite until you are consistent and you learn that. So remember, 3 secrets to LifeVantage success. Action accountability equals success. Discipline and consistency, it's not something you're born with. It's developed, and you can get it. Anybody can get it. And your upline, your spouse, your heirs, because you're building a multi-generational business, will be really, really happy if you have someone make you take action and keep you accountable. So here's the final question is, who will be your accountability, your action accountability partner? That's a question. So that just kind of finishes that up. I'm going to come back here, and so I believe we, okay, yeah, we got some products here. Patty, very good. You've been meeting with Crosslane every morning. Absolutely, it does help. Thank you for that. Gary and Betty posted here and asked a question. Who decides the activities and how many calls? You do. That's not your upline. You can ask them for advice, but it's your life. It's your business. And you go and say, you know what? I want to consistently invite one person a day and follow up with one. Okay. Maybe you want to say, hey, I wanted to do something on Facebook or something on LinkedIn. Can you hold me accountable with that? You got to decide. It's your business. And so, absolutely, that's really, really important. This is not, you're not hiring a boss. You're getting someone that is willing to serve you by servant leadership, helping you get to where you want to be. So the question is, what do you want your business to be? Okay. If you want it to be an extra couple $100 a month, that's okay. But if you want real success in this, you need action, accountability, not a big spurt and then nothing else. When I was in high school, we ran a cross-country meet, and I ran cross-country. And during the meet, like, I was some guy who was just sprinting by me. And it's like, wow, look at him go. But, you know, around the corner, he was off to the side throwing up. Okay. I don't know. I went right by him. A mile later, he goes sprinting by me. A couple hundred yards later, he's at the side throwing up. I don't know whatever happened to him. But you know what? Some people do their business like that. Folks, you want to cross the finish line. You don't want to be checking out at the side. Better to be consistent on a long-term basis. So anyway, so